Sister BC, thank you so much for
Thank you,
having me.
ma.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
being
so much.
amazing. Thank you for being.
Thank you,
Your
ma.
spirit is just sweet. You have a sweet spirit. I love you
Thank you,
from my
ma.
heart, and that's the truth.
Thank you so
We
much, ma.
just
I really
connect.
appreciate it.
That's where we just. There's
So
something that
true,
just
ma.
got us together. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for honoring us, for accepting to be here. I really want to say thank you because I know you're busy and you still said yes to be here for 1 hour to address people, to talk to people. And I believe that God would use you to change the lives of people, to touch the lives of people, and also to bring them out of any issues they are going through and help them to be a better person in the year 2026 and even before this year runs out. So thank you once again, Ma. I really appreciate and I'm honored to have you. So everyone, I hope you have said thank you, Ma.
I'm
Thank you, Ma.
privileged.
Yes, thank you so much, Ma. Okay, so the first question I have for you here today is one of the things you find said in your bio about you dying, having every woman die empty. You're always talking about you have always been a somebody who is sold out to committed to helping women to be better and to live a better life. So, how does embracing the mindset translate into building wealth and living with intentionality? How would you say that?
Thank you,
Based on what
Wasi.
you said.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful. I am passionate about saying that every woman must die empty, and I chose not to take anything to the grave because the richest place on earth is the graveyard. Vision unfulfilled, dreams not coming to pass. And the truth is, everyone has the capacity, the ability. God has graciously graced us with talents and gifts, and we are not supposed to take it to heaven. Somebody died and his bone, somebody dead body was dropped on the graveyard of that person, and before you knew it, the dead body came back to life. So me, I don't want anything to take. I don't want to take anything to the grave. I want to drop everything here because God did not give me He didn't give me the privilege, the capacity, the ability, the the opportunity, the potentials. He didn't give me all of this to just mask it and cover it. Remember the parable of the 10 talents. Somebody was given 10, somebody was given 5, somebody was given 1, and the one that was given 1 was still made to be accountable. So whatever is given to you, don't tell me you are not as big as this person, you don't have the capacity of this person. No, you are going to be accountable to God for that one
So true.
that were given. So I believe everyone will be accountable to God for the life they are living in the flesh. And of course, they don't even have a choice than to make God happy. Do you know that the person that buried his talent apprehended, he was rebuked, he was called out, it was God wasn't happy with him or whoever, maybe I don't know the gender, but we're just told I he gave us the parable of the 10 talents. And if you look at the Bible, it's the red letter Bible. So that tells us that that is so important. It was Jesus himself that gave us that analogy of or parable of the 10 talents. So it means that you are not permitted to take anything to wherever you are or you are going
Yes,
to.
ma'am.
Empty yourself, deliver yourself, belch yourself, vomit yourself to your generation,
So
and
true.
that's how it's supposed to be. The one that buried his talent was not really appreciated. Jesus called him out, and that's why I believe you don't have to go into your graveyard with your potentials, dream unsaid, vision unfulfilled. You are not going to be rewarded because you are useless. Life only
Absolutely.
awards life only awards people that are useful. Even in the natural, if you
Yes.
don't have a staff that is useless and you are paying salary, what's the point?
So true, ma.
Thank you.
Wow. Somebody can hear me type that in the chat box. Life only rewards some people that are useful, not people that are useless. In short, that is powerful.
Thank you.
Life only rewards people that are useful, not the ones that are useless. So ask yourself, am I useful or am I the other one? I'm not
Yes.
saying that you're the other one. But
Now
ask yourself that question.
I'm
In
so
any
happy
area.
Somebody put it there that Miles Monroe was one that said it. He actually died empty. Now he's dead. We are still making reference to what he has said. Your ideas must produce solution. Your gift must make impact. Your life must speak. Your skill must be translated to wealth. You must add value to your life. You must become a colossal blessing. People must look at you and say, wow, you must be a wonder that cannot be wounded in your generation. That's the meaning of dying empty.
Wow, thank you so much for that, Ma. Thank you. I'm sure, like I said, that people are already getting blessed as you're speaking. And do not forget, if you have questions for Reverend, please use the chat box, type the question there, and I will read it as I also take my questions, read my questions out. So my next question for you now, Ma, is that you have mentored thousands of women through your ministry. So what are the three foundational attributes every woman must cultivate to truly thrive in life and purpose?
Intentionality is the master key. I observe that no woman becomes great by accident. Success is not an accident.
So true.
You are so intentional. You have made up your mind. Hope against hope. Whatever the circumstances, the situation, you want to tell yourself, I cannot give up now. I've gone too far from where I started from. Whatever comes my way, I've made up my mind to be relevant. Life is not going to treat you well. Just understand that and let it settle in your subconscious and your conscious mind. Challenges will come. People will say things. You will face the enemy headlong. But you are just going to tell yourself, I've made up my mind. I've chosen. It's a choice I've made. I choose to be intentional. And when you are intentional, you are not going for mediocrity. You are not looking at anything anyhow. It has to be done well. What is worth doing is what doing well. You know that now I tell people that, I tell my women that there's no woman in the Bible that is worthy of my envy. It's an abomination to say, God, make me like Esther, make me like Ruth, make me like Hannah, make me like Jochebed, the mother of Moses. No woman in the Bible is worthy of my envy. You know why? I live in a better dispensation. They don't have the Bible, I have the Bible. They don't have books, I have books. Now you are doing conference for women who are going to build their millionaires mindset. You have platforms, you have books. They don't have that privilege. They don't have that opportunity. And yet they led an outstanding life. They become a reference point. So I'll be a waster of resources if I don't stand out and become the best that I'm wired to become. So intentionality is key. When you are talking about intentionality, it means that you are giving attention to details. You are dotting all the I's. You are crossing all the T's. In all fairness, my staff, they know me. When I'm doing anything, I'm looking at the fault. And I tell them, it's not I don't appreciate you, but I want the best. The best, if it's excellent, that is of God. Oh Lord, our God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. If it's not excellent, that means God is not there. And that is intentionality.
Wow.
Look at Esther. She was so intentional. She told herself, I'll go to the king. If I perish, I perish. And she didn't perish. Yes. That is his intentionality. She was too sure. And the way she strategized, no, I don't want to talk about how we will not live here today. The way she strategically handled the king, man, that woman, she's solid. Don't forget, women in the Bible can inspire me. They can make me to want to live well, but I can't envy them. I cannot. I have all the opportunities, all the privileges to be great on this side of life, and that is the privilege I have. So I cannot pray that I'll be like them. So I tell my women, be intentional, be intentional. I can preach intentionality. Why would a young lady that is not married accept the mystery of I'll be pregnant without a man? She said, what kind of salutation is this? Behold, I'm the handmaiden of the Lord. Behold, all generation will call me blessed. How can somebody that is single, not married, be so intentional about her life? And she looked beyond now and saw herself in a generation that is not born. That's deep. Mary, I'm talking about. So intentionality, I am so passionate about being intentional when I relate with my women, I tell them, if you are raising children, be intentional. Whatever you are doing, just make sure you are intentional. Look
Very
at Hannah.
intentional.
Look at Hannah. She told us, I'm not going home. Yes, my husband told me I'm more to him than seven sons. But what is Pelina looking for in our marriage? Now that Pelina is there, I must make my impact. She was intentional. When she went to Shiloh and she was coming back to the altar to pray, what did she do? They told her she was drunk. She says, I'm not drunk. I'm a woman of a sorrowful spirit. I'm pouring my heart to God. That is intentionality. And these people don't have the Bible. They don't have the Holy Ghost. They don't have mentors. They don't have the privilege of reading all the readables. And yet, she told herself, I'm not going back. She had 1,001 reasons to be sentimental and emotional. You know, women are emotional. She could have said, is it your fault now? Can't you see that I come here every year and I didn't have a child? What's going on here? She knew what she wanted. And she knew that the children of Eli were misbehaving. So Eli was frizzling out. She did not, oh God, I love intentional women actually. She did not give up on the fact that, if God will not answer me through this man, she knew that this man carried grace. Forget what is happening. Even if it is the bottom part of the anointing I'm going to get, I must go back with my son. And listen to me, there was a meeting in heaven. God was looking for who to fit in to the need that was on ground, because a prophet must succeed those children.
So true.
And God trusted her. You see, when you are intentional, God will trust you with anything. You can, rapture is your limit. Sky will be your starting point if you're an intentional person.
So true. So true. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The only thing I would say is number one is intentionality. Number two is intentionality.
Number three is intentional. Everything is intentionality.
And they are waiting for number two. Everything, according to what Reverend has said, is intentionality. But based on what you said, Ma, there's this question that came to my mind based on what you just said. You know, you said there's nothing that can make you to be envious of anybody in the Bible. But in terms of building a wealthy mindset, a millionaire mindset, for women, even for men, we see that there's so many things now happening in the world. Yes, we have access to all of these things. We have mentors, we have books, we have conferences. But you still see that some women come from the area of, you see another woman doing better. Maybe she's younger than yourself, or she's even older. And you just have this unhealthy jealousy. And you just become envious. So how do people manage? Are you trying to grow your mindset as well, grow your wealth? And I've seen people who have come to me and they said, "Oh, it's not as if I meant it for evil." And I love people like that. I was envious of, but I just felt that we started together, this and that. And she was like, "Oh, I always wish you well." But in case of, some people see people and they can't even go out and tell them. They just envious. So how do they manage this?
Now the truth is, because I'm a therapist, I understand the dynamics of having low self-esteem, being raised dysfunctionally, being not being validated growing up. People pull you down, they body shame you, they verbally abuse you, emotionally abuse you, psychologically abuse you. So that alone has boxed a lot of women. And that's why I insist on dropping your weight. Nobody flies with weight. And you jettison in therapy. The moment you notice that you are from a dysfunctional home and you know that the things you went through growing up as mentally, emotionally, psychologically put you on a wheelchair, intentionality will be like speaking Greek in an English speaking system, because you can't fly with weight. You can't be intentional when you have not dealt with your low self-esteem. And the truth is, those who compete, they are not complete. Now, you made a statement. You said something. You said people will look at you. Do they know the price you have paid? Do they know the humility you have put in place? Do they know the sleepless nights? Do they know the cost of the oil that is in your alabaster box? They don't know the things you have done that brought you to where you are. That's why you don't envy people. Those who compete, they are not complete. And sincerely speaking, the sky is big enough for two birds to collide, except one is mad. Just look into the sky and see this space is wide. Nobody can take your space, man. Everybody has a place to feel. I can't be you, you can't be me. I'm me and I'm me. And how God made it so beautifully, there is nobody's fingerprint that is the same. Even our voice recognition is not the same. If you want to tell Siri to do something on your phone, you have to practice your voice. So we are unique. We are uniquely, complexly, specially made. You are not a mistake. You are not an accidental discharge. You are fearfully and complexly made. So what crouches us, what puts us on a wheelchair mentally, emotionally, psychologically is our background. And to me, if I tell you my story, will not live here today. Your background should not put your back on the ground. That is choice you have to make. So when you are dealing with people that are insecure, just travel abroad. You have traveled abroad now. Travel inside and know where you are dropped and you are crippled both feet like Mephibosheth. When what breaks out in the family system, children are crippled. The man, you know the meaning of Mephibosheth, the one that destroys shame. And guess what? He called himself a dead dog because what broke out. There's not any child that comes from a dysfunctional home. You must be intentional in going to therapy to treat yourself, or else you will be struggling. You won't fly. First thing, now my first name was rejection. My mother divorced when I was 6 months. The allegation was adultery. So I'm called bastard 1001 times. My mother would say it's not only a child that is given back to by a bastard that is a bastard. My mother would tell in my neighborhood, please, when you give back to a baby girl and it's a girl, my mother would say, congratulations, baby, boy or girl. Please don't name her Funke. Today is a new story. My sister told me it's not somebody like you they're looking for in England. Rejection can only affect your feelings, not your future. Rejection is not a word, it's a door that leads to another door. Don't ever allow rejection to peg you. Deal with your baggages. I told my sister that day, I said, one day I'll be preaching in that London. You will want to see me and the protocol will not allow. And it happens. Wow. I had a choice to start smoking and drinking. I've done all I could do in the world. Now that I came to Christ, the fullness of God's bodily dwells in my soul. In him I live, I move, I have my being. In him all things consist. He's the head of all principalities and powers. So we are talking about kingdom life here. You cannot allow anything to truncate you. God is good to you, he's also good to me. And there is nobody God has not been good to. If you can only tell me, maybe your own is not enough. But every one of us, God has been good to us. There are things that God has done for A that is not even in the periphery of B. And the B that you are envying is also envious of you in that area. So we should be grateful.
So true. Wow. Wow. This is fire. This 1 hour is not enough, honestly.
It can't be enough. I know. I just said we'll manage the 1 hour.
Manage this 1 hour. Oh my God, this is fire. And I feel lives are getting changed. People are getting their medulla,
Black changing.
It's changing. Like, this is so needed. And thank you so much. This is wonderful. And I hope for those of you who are watching, you're writing this down, because we're not bringing this great woman here just because we want to waste their time. We want something to change about you. I want you to see Reverend Funke tomorrow online on our platform. Go to our page. Now, that thing you said changed my life. And this is what I have achieved in the year 2020. In short, before the year 2025 ended, this is what I have achieved. And for those of you who are helping me to retype what Reverend is saying, thank you so much, because that way it helps me to reduce having to repeat what she has said. And if you're just joining, please ensure you go back after this live show ends to watch, so you get what you have missed. I love one of the things you said about our background. Our background should not be a reason why we should be on the ground. Now, so many people are still using their background as a victim, whereas many has used their background as
some people they press the button, some press the penthouse. It depends on your choice. Yes.
Wow, did you hear that? Hey, Reverend, please, they did not hear.
I said some people, rejection make some people to press the pit, and some can press the lift of the penthouse instead of the pit. So it's your choice.
Did you hear? So it is what?
Your choice.
Your choice. Thank you so much, Ma. So the next question I'm going to ask right now is that we have a lot of women who are still feeling stuck. Now, you gave us a little bit about your background. You said where you were coming from and how that you did not allow that to define you. Now you are a different person. You're a grandmother, living the best of your life.
Yes.
Doing the work of God and living a fulfilled life. But there are so many women who are still feeling stuck between their calling, their responsibility, and how they can match their purpose and productivity. And some are still letting their background to have a way to draw them back into the past rather than going into the future. So how do you think that these women can actually get unstuck? What can they do?
Please. It's only in the kingdom of God we don't respect professionals. I've been using glasses since. I have an optician. When I'm 62, when I had started having issues with my tooth, I had to see a dentist. I did hysterectomy some maybe 18 years ago. At the surgery table, we had over 8 surgeons and doctors and nurses, anesthesia on that table. Please, let's respect professionalism. Let people seek therapy. Jesus actually told us in Matthew 12:43-45, he said, when an unclean spirit goes out of a man, when you are born again, it's your spirit that is born again. Your soul and your body is not born again. Your soul is the seat of baggages raised from a dysfunctional home, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse. Also, maybe you were supposed to pay for school fees and your parents could not pay, and you are made to line up on the assembly as they do. I don't know how they do it in other parts of the world, and shame just came over you, or you were sexually molested by your father, your mother, or whatever it is, or emotionally molested. All these things sit in your soul. So when you are born again, it's your spirit that is born again. Your soul is not born again. Your body is not born again. It's still the same seed of your soul that you become a professor, a doctor, a lawyer, and a banker. I've seen doctors as smokes like chimney, and they know smokers are liable to die young because they have baggages in their soul. So when you are struggling with identity, you are struggling to swear, to fly, to become the best of yourself, get into therapy. See somebody for the first time in your life, vent, belch it out. Don't stop bottling up. I listened to a lady today, and I was in my therapy table. I was just looking. I said, wow, people go through stuff, and you can't keep bottling it up. Anything you cover, you will decay. Let me share this with you. I was going to pray in the States at a particular time. I had this fungal infection on my toenails. And the guy that was doing my pedicure said, Mommy, let's remove this nail. And I said, leave it though. Because I love to wear my open shoe to preach and all. And I love my nails. I love my nails. So I told him, I said, please leave it. Now, the thing was paining me to my brain. The infection was there. I will use hydrogen peroxide. I will clean it. It will be soapy. I will foamy. I will put M&B. I was treating it. So I had to go to the US to preach. Of course, they have paid my business class ticket, so I don't have a choice. As soon as I got to the place about to preach, the nail fell off. And unfortunately, the altar was not rubbed. So blood was everywhere. And it was winter. So I don't have a choice. The pain was bad, but I have to preach. When I finished preaching and I got to my hotel room, and the Holy Spirit said to me, anything you cover will decay.
Wow.
So if you keep masking, covering your weaknesses, it will show. It will show everywhere. You will have anger. You'll be proud. You'll be irritable. Everything gets to you. Somebody says something. You are dancing to the music. You don't know it's playing the rhythm. You are acting like a pendulum. Anybody can sleep with you. Anything can happen if you don't deal with your baggages. Nobody flies with weight. Drop your weight and jettison.
Drop your weight. Powerful. Powerful. Come on, everybody. Type powerful. Powerful. I told you think the one was wonderful. It was explosive. Day 2, day 3. You see this day 4. It is scatter everywhere. Because this is really, really powerful. Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you.
Please, did you hear anything you cover? Hey,
with decay. I had to preach. I preached for 5 days. I couldn't even wear slippers.
My God.
The pain, I mean, it was terrible. And the Holy Spirit said to me, you are covering it. It will decay. So any wound you want to heal, you bring it out. That's what you do in therapy. And please don't cry before someone that will not say sorry to you. Because some people have cried to someone that will not make their issue at the top of the microphone. You now wonder, oh, I wish I had kept it. No, go talk to someone that you trust, that can keep your case and treat you properly, and you now come out and become a wounded healer.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is so true. Absolutely. Thank you very much, ma'am. Looking at the time, and I'm like,
We have.
I don't want this thing to end over. I must ask all these questions I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'll be trying. I will try and make it short.
You know, don't make it short. As the spirit leads.
We can do part 2. We can do part 3. Maybe you bring all your guests back and do part 2.
No problem, ma'am. We are honored. Thank you so much for
Probably.
giving us the opportunity to do part 2, part 3. Come on, everybody. Say thank you, ma'am, for allowing us to do part 2, part 3, part 4. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that. So I want to ask in terms of your experience as a counselor, as a therapist. So what has the invisible chain that keep women from rising financially and spiritually? What are those invisible chains?
Parenting, background.
Wow.
Parenting. Wow. Where we're coming from. I've seen people that became an entrepreneur because their parents were ruggedly business people. And I've seen people that have become, if you look at some family system, because the father is a doctor, maybe the mother is a nurse, somehow, if they have 4 kids, somehow, you become a doctor, a nurse. So, of course, parenting matters a lot. Depends on what you are exposed to. Then, of course, association, relationship. The Bible says you walk with the wise, you'll be wise. The companies of fools shall be destroyed.
So true.
So you'd get to, I'm trying to limit what I'm saying now so that we can
please go ahead. Like I said, as the spirit leads, it's better you expatiate on it. And then we have a lot of questions. I might end up asking 2 more. The most important thing is that people get it. That's what, don't limit it. Just go ahead as the spirit leads. I don't have to answer all the questions. So please, if you want to expand on this, please go ahead, ma'am.
The truth is, one of the things is people are not ready to change. If you refuse to change, you'll be changed. If you refuse to change, you'll be changed. Change means growth. I've discovered that people are women especially, we are mentally, emotionally, psychologically lazy. We don't want to stretch ourselves. We don't want to adapt. We don't want to grow. And if you are not growing, you'll be groaning. You'll be on the spot. Now, you know what? Life does not, I tell myself, I've written it's over 100. I've written 144 books as I'm talking to you now. I just finished 40 audio book. I put them on YouTube. Now, the truth is, I tell myself every year, anytime we get into the new year, I'll say, Olufunke, nobody is starting in March or in July. We all have until your mark, set, go for the year.
Yes.
Some people don't value time. I do. When you come for therapy with me, you pay for consultation 1, then you pay per session, per hour. Everywhere in the world, you pay per session when you're in therapy. Now, the truth is, time is life. So invest in your life and know that your time is your life. Build yourself. I know some of my spiritual children are watching. My first trip to America, maybe like 30 years ago, I was given honorarium. You know what 10 years ago is with money? My honorarium was $5,000. Unfortunately for the devil, they were now closing a Christian bookshop. I don't read to preach. I read to live. I ship books because now, you know why I had to do that? I remember I was thinking one day and I said, Funke, some people, some people know that their laptop needs antivirus. There are some strong, that's why I'm an Apple person, back to back, because it limits virus. Now, there are some some laptops that need antivirus because they want to. There are some, they have to reformat the whole laptop. Some, they have to buy another laptop. Some of us came with so much baggages. to the kingdom that we need a lot of garbaging in and garbage out. Some of us, we don't need the antivirus that will remove everything in our lives. So I sat down for 2 years. I sat to deal with rejection. I don't have little low self-esteem. I don't feel rejected. To reject me is to your own disadvantage. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm not competing with anybody. But because of where I was coming from, my pregnancy was questionable. My life was horrible. I aborted. The doctor said I can never be pregnant. I have the medical report. So I knew where I was coming from. Terrible lifestyle. So I made up my mind to put my life. I stuck my life. I shipped those books to Nigeria. I didn't put them in the shelf. So many women are hearing me. They bought books. Every conference, they'll buy books to decorate the shelf. They won't wake up in the mid. I don't sleep. One day, my husband said, you don't sleep. I said, you don't understand. When you see a man running in the bush, if something is not pursuing him, he's pursuing something. So I'm pursuing something. I'm not pursuing anything to impress anybody. I'm just living my life. Maybe I'm living my life now. I'm here. I'm on 9 radio stations. I'm touching lives in my own little way. I may not be known. Jesus is not going to reward you for being known. He's going to reward you for how faithful you are in what he has invested in you, like the parable of the 10 talents.
So true. Wow. 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 Come on, everybody. I can't see that. I'm just looking at the comment. Like, the comment is going on fire. Wow, this is really powerful. Thank you so much for this, ma. One of the things I need you women, women, I'm saying it again. One of the things you should not forget in this last question I just had, that Reverend said, you need to read to live, not for you to come online to preach, not for you to come and do aspire to perspire to now, inspire to now.
Inspire people.
Inspire people. So please, read to live is very important. And I remember sharing this with my daughter. She was asking me, Mommy, why do I have to go back to school when I am done with my university education? I think
leaders are readers. You stop reading, you stop leading.
Honestly. And I had to break it down to her, to explain to her. Because you cannot just do without reading. It's very important. People can smell when you are shallow. So we need to cultivate that habit of reading to live, not to read to preach, not to read to impress. So thank you so much for that.
Even in the secular world, in your career, your profession, they send you on courses. They told you to go and read. They told you to update yourself so that you not be outdated. So what happens to you when you want to be the best in your world of being a millionaire? You have to keep reading, because even the marketplace is very, very shaky. There's a lot going on in the marketplace. You don't even know when something, and there's so much, even, well, intentionality is all I'm saying.
It's very, very, everything is, yes, intentionality. Because you are proving to be that intentional woman. And thank you so much for also educating the audience on this. So now, my next question for you now, Ma, is that when you think about, okay, I think I have had something similar to this, so I don't want to take that again. So as a woman who actually is into ministry as well, so when it comes to mindset shifts, so what is that prophetic instruction, or what is that word or that statement you feel that would unlock wealth and the destiny of every woman that's listening to us tonight? So what would that be?
My strong prophetic instruction is clear. Number one, don't compete with anybody. You are unique. You're special. You are a real gem. You are an uncommon commodity. You are not limited. What is limiting everyone is their mindset. Don't let the mentality of I can't do it, who has done it before, my parents are not, those are unnecessary alibi. Dare to be different. Dare to stand out. I was meditating about the life of David, and I told myself, Your background should not put your back on the ground. This young man, they wanted to do a major anointing service. He was not in the place. They had to go and call him in. He stood out of all of his siblings. Despite the fact that he came from a dysfunctional home. Look at Joseph. Joseph said to Mrs. Potiphar, this erection will not destroy my direction. I'm going somewhere. I cannot have 1 minute pleasure and have eternal pressure. It's not possible. These are people that have made up their minds to work on themselves, work on their weaknesses, and don't give unnecessary excuse. You know me, I have anger issue. You know me, I'm like that. Rigidity is an energy of a fool. You can't say this is me when we are living a life that is very versatile. Life is evolving, people are growing, people are working on themselves. You are not saying this is me, oh, that is who I am going to be for life. Come on, you can't grow. Go and ask people that are great. They are people that evolve, they change. They don't pamper their weaknesses. Don't pamper your weakness. Don't say you don't understand. I'm very sensitive. There's nobody that is not sensitive, but you know where you are going, you go for it.
Absolutely.
I was there's so many things in my head. I was looking at one woman in Genesis 38 and I told myself, there's no reason for me to fail. She married the first husband. The man, God killed the man. She didn't know the script. She didn't know who wrote the script. God was behind the scene of her life, shaking the scene. She did not see. She didn't know. Some of you don't give excuses. My marriage, my husband, forget it. Get into therapy, seek help, and live. There's no marriage in heaven. Marriage begins. This is a prophetic word. Marriage begins here and it ends here. Nobody is getting married in heaven. Keep your mind, do whatever you want to do. But if you're having challenges, come on, seek intervention and still live and survive despite all odds. God was the one that killed the first husband, The father-in-law said, okay, my second son, go in. God killed him again. How do you live your life when it becomes a paradox? Some people are they want to become millionaires, they want to have a positive mindset, but their lives is a paradox. They don't understand what is going on. They can't even fix the puzzles of their lives. And that was that woman in Genesis that said, her name is Tamar. I said is because she's still living. And she told her, and the father-in-law said, yeah, go to your father's house and remain a widow. And she said, you don't understand. You are the one that said it. I didn't say. That is not my God's word for me. Who is it that will speak and it will come to pass if God has not commanded it? You have said I should go and remain a widow. I'm not going to remain a widow. There is greatness. There is the genealogy of Jesus in my bowels, and it must come out. I must die empty. And she told herself, I will go. She wore a widowhood clothes and she went on a journey of being a widow. And guess what? She was wearing the garment of a widow, but her mindset is, I'm in the genealogy of Jesus. I'm going somewhere. You can't stop me. You can't peg me. I'm too loaded to be stranded. I'm going somewhere. Future, wait for me. I'm coming in style. That is exactly what she told herself. And one day she played a prostitute. Now she heard. She was informed. Readers are leaders. You must know what is going on. Don't be an ignoramus now. Know what is going on. Don't stop scrolling social media, TikTok, everything, and you are just bumping yourself with junks. Solid. Eat well. When I'm preaching, I'm belching. I'm eating. That's the truth. Now, at the end of the day, what happened? Her father-in-law was going to, because she heard that her mother-in-law was dead, and she met her mother-in-law, her father-in-law. And why is it now? Think about it. God is so strategic. That's why if you don't understand the puzzle, just stay with the one who wrote the script of your life. He knows what is written in the script. Don't hang up. Don't go and be thinking of suicide. No, come. There's always a way out. Come on now. Don't tell me there's no way out. I know what I've been through. I've passed so many hurdles in life, and I can tell you that the life here is the best. And guess what happened? Her father-in-law said, okay, come. She said, you don't understand. It is challenges that brought me here. It is not because I'm useless. If you want to touch me and sleep with me, give me the proof. Don't allow any man to sleep with you without giving you a proof. What is that? No, don't be cheap. Don't be gullible. If you had addiction problem, I'm here to do therapy for you. You'll be out of addiction and you live your life. Come on now. And that's just the truth. She told herself, she said, if you are sleeping with me, give me the proof. And she got the proof. And have you ever asked yourself, why was she ovulating that day? God is too intelligent to be disorganized.
Wow.
There's something about destiny that no woman should play with their destiny. Listen to me. We came here, we are going back. Nobody is going to be here for life. You must let your footprints be written on the sands of times. Let this generation know that you pass this side of life. Thank you.
Wow. I wasn't even expecting you to talk.
I can continue. I'm just.
This is
She had twins. You know how many people their twins have died on the inside of them because they have this mentality of limitation. She could have gone permanently. Two ladies were raped. This Tama was molested. The other Tama could not go out again. She had to stay behind the palace. Why can't you turn that your mess to a message? Why can't you turn that your mess to a ministry? Why can't you take advantage of what life has thrown at you and say, you know what? I may be bent, I may be bowed, but I'm not breakable.
so true.
You can tell yourself, I'm not breakable, and move and take advantage of every challenges. Every star has a scar. We only turn it to stars.
Yes, so true, so true. Wow, wow, wow. This is fire. This is fire. This is really, really powerful. Wow.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, Sister
I saw
Bisi.
a question in the chat box, but I'll take this question before I take that one in the chat box. Wow, this has been so powerful, and I can see so many people are having a change of life. They're having a change of mindset. It's like a therapy session on its own to many. And what I would advise you, for those of you who do not know Reverend, now that you have known her, even if you are watching this later, go and follow her, go and learn from her. If you want a therapy session, it's not free. You have to book. Yeah. But of course, you will know that you will leave that
clean
as a fulfilled person. You will live as a fulfilled. If you know you are getting this, how much more? What will you get on a therapy session? You will get some more than this, because you know that what you have now paid. So you are open to getting more and more from her. And of course, with a changed life. Now, based on the fact that you have written over 100 books and raised institutions, what principles actually guided you into creating sustainable wealth structures, and how did you overcome fear when you started?
Listen, everybody has fear. Let me start with that. We inherited fear from Adam and Eve. I heard your voice, I was afraid. So in our DNA, there is dread, there is fear. But you know what? Fear is a false evidence that appears real. That's the acronyms of fear. It's a false evidence that appears real. At the end of the day, you will find out that there is nothing to fear. Now, why would people get afraid? They're afraid to fail. Failure is an event. You fail forward, you try another one. You understand? Are you getting me? The truth is, I've made mistakes. I said in one of my episodes of Drama Free. Is it Drama Free? How, no, not Drama Free. My story, my reality. How I stopped gossiping. I didn't know God was preparing me to be able to shut up, being a therapist, a counselor, raising women in thousands. I can't be a talkative now. I had to learn it by suffering, by embarrassment. But I learned it. It's a mistake that is used now to help other people to learn to keep secrets. So the truth is, why are we afraid? We're afraid because what will people say? Hello, the way I dress every morning, I dress it's painful that I didn't wear a clothes that have petals. Whatever. So what? Mind your business. You are not wearing my shoes. You don't know where it hurts. Future weight. I wear imaginary clothes. So I don't care what you say. You can say anything. It's easy to say, oh, this is how to cook vegetable. Mouth can cook vegetable. You cook it and let's taste it. Oh, I can drive, take the steering. People that talk ill of you, that you are wondering, if I make mistake now, what would they say? Nobody is saying anything. Sorry. Is your mindset, is your frustration, is your low self-esteem, is your dysfunctionality that is saying something to you. Nobody is saying something. Let them say. So what? In one of my old books, I have all my books in cellar. So what? I wear so what? Listen to me. People don't know the price. They don't know the challenges. They don't know what you have been through, even in that era. That's why in my profession, we don't judge people. We don't judge people. We don't judge people. You don't know why that person became a rapist. You don't know why this person became a pedophile. You don't know why that person is struggling with sexual addiction. You don't know why that person is gambling. You don't know why that person is stealing. You don't know. It's unprofessional. You don't judge. Let them judge you. Come for help. The first thing we do is to make you understand that you are safe. Now I'm doing compatibility assessment test. You want to get married, let's know if you are compatible. They will tell you to do blood test, genotype test, HIV test. How do you know you are compatible? You are now using your life to gamble when you have one life to live. So if you are single, you are married, you want to know the point of your pain. I'm here to do compatibility 100% correct. No mixed feelings, because it is the clinicians that does it. It is technician that does blood tests. Clinicians does compatibility, personality assessment test. I'm even doing drug screening test. I'm doing gambling screening test. I'm doing sexual because the truth is, church is, people are oblivious to the fact that we are tripartite being. Your soul is not born again. David said, "He makes me to lie and he restores my soul." Soul is not saved. Body is not saved. If you are short before you gave your life to Christ, would you be taller now that you have given your life to Christ? Soul is not saved. So people need to wake up and realize time is up, right?
No, ma. I was trying to look for the question.
Okay.
The question in the chat box. Go ahead, ma.
Now, your soul is not saved. Your body is not saved. That's why Paul said, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Even Paul said in 1 Thessalonians 5:3, said, I pray that your spirit, soul, and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of the Lord. Is that not what they are telling you to go to therapy and deal with it? And Jesus said, when an unclean spirit goes out of a man, he walks through that place, seeking rest and findeth not. He said, let me come back and check. When he comes back to check and he sees the place clean, no accountability, no therapy, wet and garnished, it will come back. I see believers that behave as if they were never saved. They were even confused themselves. I said, did I just told that lie? Did I just sleep with that girl? Did I just allow that man to sleep with me? And they are born again. They are loaded, but they are wounded. So we need to be able to see that we cannot afford not to allow our lives to become the fragrance of God's goodness and perfume. And listen to me, when you are struggling as a child of God, your life is not glorifying God. Take it to the bank.
Wow.
And when people have struggle, they come to Christ for help. When they don't see help, they backslide. And that's the truth. Some will just say in church and say, whatever happens, I died there. And they are fornicating, they are committing adultery, they are messing up. And some will say, I'm done. This guilt and shame is enough. They go. So until the saints are restored, we won't have revival. We can have migration.
Wow. Powerful. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much. You've been really, really on fire tonight. Now, favor Sam. I don't know if this is a question or you will type in what Reverend was saying earlier, but if we're going to take one more question after this, and that'll be the end of the live show. We'll bring that to an end, sadly.
Sadly.
Thanks a lot. So if you have, I'm giving room for one more question. If you have a question, you feel there's something troubling you, you feel that you don't even have clarity on what you want to do next year. You're just confused. You've tried so many things. Just ask the question here. Reverend has a wealth of experience. You know, the first time she told me she was 60, so I had to look at her like the same man.
Somebody said I should show her my birth certificate. I said my grandma graduate. He said, Ma, you must show me your birth certificate. I said, I have grandchildren. At least my last one is 33. So
there's even me, I looked at her like this, like, you are 61? Like, he doesn't even look it.
I'm intentional.
Intentional. Yes. She's very intentional, and I need to get that grace to be intentional too. So that when I say I'm 60, people will tell us, you are what? You're 60? So I need that grace to be intentional that way. So Favor Sam put something in the comment box. He said, how do you live your life when your life is a paradox? How do you live your life?
Now,
your life is a paradox?
Thank you for that question. That will lead me to let you know that foundation is Christ. Every other ground will sink you. Until I met with Jesus, I was smoking, I was drinking. I aborted. This doctor said I can never be pregnant. This is me. When I gave my life to Christ, I made up my mind to keep growing. I didn't have one leg inside, one leg outside. I didn't want to taste the world and taste God. I was sold out. I loved him with a passion. Jesus' love covered my skin. It's stronger than emotion. It's deeper than color. This was my life. I went through a lot because of where I was coming from, so many things, wrong choices, decisions. But the truth is, I'm here today standing. On Christ, the solid rock you stand, every other ground will sink you. That's number one. The foundation is Christ. The second thing is grow. Work on, grow. Just keep growing. Build yourself. Build your weight. The same physics of a rat is not the same physics of an elephant. It is what the bird eats that makes the bird to fly. Now, when your life now becomes a paradox that way, you commit your unknown future to the hand of all-knowing God. He will fix the puzzle. Was the life of Joseph not a paradox? Was the life of David not a paradox? Was the life of Tamar not a paradox? Was the life of Ruth not a paradox? The husband died, the husband died, the father-in-law died. The mother-in-law said, don't worry, just go. God has beaten me black and blue. And she said, no, I'll go with you. I'll go. Don't entreat me to leave you. Where you go, I die. Where you die, die. Where we die there. And guess what? She found herself in the genealogy of Jesus.
So true.
So even if your life looks like a paradox, forget that one. Let God be in the boat. It won't capsize. You are going. Just keep going. Sometimes you can't even pray. Cry. Don't make tears your food, but cry very well. And clean your face and say, we move. Was the life of Jesus not a paradox? His parenting was questionable. Am I lying? Jesus.
No.
But you know what? He validated himself by connecting with God. And what happened when John the Baptist baptized him? John didn't want to say, you better do it now. It was when he humbled himself that heaven opened and God validated him. And I've in one of my books, Love Note to Fathers, there are people that are struggling with fathers' issues. So they have serious image problem. Jesus too had it, but because he humbled himself to be baptized, he was able to sit down to learn. He will sit at the temple and learn and grow. He will open scrolls. Abba. Paul will say, bring my scrolls, grow. Because listen, the life out there, there's no validation out there. The father-in-law of Tamar told her to go and remain a widow in her father's house. Don't think people will validate you until you build yourself. People will not say, until you say I am, nobody will say thou art. So you need to work on yourself by yourself. And of course, not alone, with God. You are more than a winner and a conqueror.
Absolutely.
So your life is not a paradox. We're even the one thinking like that. Most of the things I've been through in life, when I cross the place, I wonder, Funke, how did you survive this? How? And you know, the devil does not fight what he does not fear. The reason why you think your life is a paradox is because the devil is afraid of something that you are about to become. That's why.
So true.
The devil does not fight what he does not fear. Just know that for my life to be a paradox, the devil is afraid of something. You know what they told Joseph? They told Joseph, behold, the dreamer coming. Let's kill him and see what will become of his dreams.
Absolutely.
So the devil doesn't fight what he does not fear.
Wow. Another question. Okay. So we'll take this and we'll take the final notes from
How do you manage marriage with your calling? Yes, so very important. You know, we are privileged as women to be able to multitask.
So true.
I remember, I'll be honest with you here. I'll be in the night after you have done what you're supposed to do with your husband. I'm reading. When I'm cooking, I have CD and I have messages. My spirit does not sleep.
Wow.
I don't sleep. If you call me 3 a.m. today, you will meet me up.
Wow.
Because I have to grow. I have to read. I'm going to start after, and I'm going to be called She Matters. 9 radio stations. I have people. I had to do therapy for many people. And listen, the moment you stop growing, you stop being relevant.
Oh, wow.
In every field. Right. If you start repeating yourself back to back, you're on your own. Very soon, people will get tired of you, man.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know,
Wow.
people evolve. They go to where they find fresh water. Come on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And people
So
listen
true.
deeply.
So
Let's
true. Hey, Reverend, fire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma.
we've tried
Now,
today.
honestly, but I wish we could stay longer, but of course, we asked for 1 hour and we have to respect the 1 hour.
Yeah.
But what I want to ask now is based on all this you have said to us tonight, what would be that final note to people who actually have been listening so far? Um, what should we look out for in the year 2026? A lot is going to happen. A lot of people are thinking of 30 December. What me I'm looking at is how to make money from
I'm
business.
telling
Not
you.
how to rent by December. Because
That is
December,
addictive
January,
lifestyle. Now, I
December.
don't have time to talk about that. We'll talk about it
But,
later.
but what's your final note? What's your final month for the
Number one,
for the
self deception is demonic. Don't deceive
self
yourself.
wasting money?
Don't deceive yourself. Call a spade a spade. Don't call it an agricultural shovel. Look at yourself and tell yourself, Funke, you cannot continue like this in 2026. I'm dropping this weight. I'm
Wow.
checking into therapy now.
Mm,
Whatever the price I have to pay or paid, you pay the price and paint the price. Pay it now. Because listen, life will level you up.
mhm,
People will drop you and move.
mm.
And that's the truth. Life is a leveler. If you stop growing, you start groaning.
So true.
And life does not award a failure. I saw some
Mm,
plants behind
mm.
your desk there. I
Yes.
have a lot. I have to start packing them. The reason why they
Wow.
are giving you an award is because
Mm,
you are relevant.
mm, mm,
If you are no more relevant, nobody will award you.
mm,
To keep
mm,
being relevant, you must be
mm.
intentional. You must make
Absolutely.
yourself, you must bury yourself somewhere and listen to me. People tell me, you don't watch this, you don't watch this. You know what I tell them? The person that they are looking at, don't look at news. Because some of you, your dopamine, your brain has been hijacked on social
So
media. You
true,
have to
man.
drop the
So
weight.
true.
Before
So
you know, you have
true.
spent one hour on social media. If you are saying, let's speak in tongues for 1 hour now, people will be yawning. They want to sleep.
Oh my God.
And you know, fire is fire at any level.
Yes,
Anointing is
man.
anointing at any level.
Yes, so true.
If you are anointed, you are anointed. If you are not anointed, you are not anointed.
So
And an
true.
empty mouth does not make noise.
Mm, mm.
Then
So true,
finally,
man.
I said I'm preaching a series on my radio program now that before it is too late.
Mm,
Seasons are seasonal.
mm.
Seasons are
Season.
seasonal.
Mm.
There's a time now, forget it. I'm intentional. I'm doing my skin. I swim, I do everything to be up and about. But give me another 30 years. It's not going to be like this.
So true. So
So
true.
you have to think about there's nothing like tomorrow. Everybody tomorrow starts today.
Mm,
In January, we are not starting. None of us is starting a year in March. We all step on the
mm.
journey in January 1st. Don't squander the time. Invest in that time. Let
Mm.
2026 be your best year ever because of this privilege. Thank you. I'm grateful.
Thank you so much, Reverend. Reverend, please, I forgot to ask for something. So for your books, if people want to buy your books,
I
how
have
do
them
they
on
get
seller.
you?
I have all my books
Okay.
on seller.
So
I
once they go
have,
to your bio, will they find it?
yes. We are going to I'm resuming the women training school in January by the grace of
Yes.
God. I run a women college of ministry, men college of ministry, school of finishing touches, school of marriage, and of course, I'm doing different things for people, especially when it comes to marriage and all. So the truth is, I'm on Instagram. My
Reverend, just say
Instagram
that
is Funke
above.
Adetuberu. They're here. Then I've decided to put all my the 40 new books on Audible on YouTube. Listen, like, and subscribe. Some of them are past series. They are not, they are little shorts that would push you to the next level. Then my books are on Amazon. I think I have one or two on, no, sorry, I have one or two on Amazon, but the other ones are on Seller.
Okay,
Then
that's beautiful.
I've done a devotional. She Matters devotional. It's about 700 pages. It's just a devotional for people that have girl child and they want to just build them up to grow and become the best of
Mm.
themselves.
Wow, that's amazing. I need to also get some of these videos, these books. Yes, on YouTube. So is it the same name on YouTube?
Funke Adetuberu on YouTube. Those ones just
Okay,
like
but please, can
so,
you type something? Let me pin it here so people can
okay,
just
can you
go.
type my YouTube?
Yes, can someone help us start the YouTube channel so that we don't have people spelling the wrong name out for those who might not be Yorubas.
Okay then.
Okay, so that we can have that. So please go on those platforms and go
And take all you can all you take. Sit on the can to open the can when you can.
Beautiful, man. So another thing you need to do, everyone, especially for those who are ordained, for you that you're a man, you can sponsor a woman next year to the School of Ministry.
Yeah, we are resuming on the 24th of January 2020. The flowers will soon be out.
Oh,
It's only on Zoom. I'm not doing physical classes anymore.
Okay, so it's on Zoom. So we have it on YouTube. It's as the same name is spelled. Just Funke Adetuberu. Okay, just go on YouTube, on Instagram as well. Follow her, and you would learn so much from her. So much. I always see her motivation and
I call it sailor for the day.
I like it. I love it because they are always powerful and amazing. They're short and nice. And I read some of our comments. I'm sorry, our articles as well, and they're powerful. So if you want to learn more, you want to be better. Please just go ahead and learn from the best. And one of the things I also would admonish you to do, which is one of the things Reverend said over and over and over again, everything. I wanted to ask the question. I answered the question myself. It's just intentionality. Just be intentional. Whatever you want to do in the year 2026. There's something I plan to do this year 2025. And I remembered it in April. I remembered in July, and I said, oh, you know what, I'll start. And I just discovered that December is the year I never started that particular thing. But one thing that occurred to me from what you said, if I had been intentional,
not even, sometimes like you have a lot on your table, I know, but the truth is just make sure you are taking those baby steps and you are making progress. Even if it's a book you want to write, just write 5 pages. Just make sure you are making, I measure my growth every year. I write what I want to do for the year. I actually prepare the year in October, fasting, praying, trusting God in October. So by the time I'm getting to December, I'm not doing December rush or anything. I've known what I want to do. I'm set to do it and I go for it. So you don't have to, sometimes we go on guilt mode when we are not able to, achieve. No, God doesn't.
I just told myself, just start now. Now that you remember, just start now. Don't say that you do it.
I understand.
Start immediately. And somebody is asking, we need more information about this. Please follow.
If you follow me on the flyers should be out anytime from now. Then I do devotional. We call it gentle still for women that are married to a narcissist or they're in difficult marriages. It's a devotional. It's a 30 days devotional. It's every month. I've done the one of November. We have it. The one of December will be out shortly. Then it's a monthly thing, so you can always subscribe to it and enjoy the devotional.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, ma. And for those of you listening, don't just go for the free things. Pay. Go for the paid one because what you will
therapy consultation is not free. Therapy is not free.
It's not free. Yes, what you get from the paid session is far more than what you think you get from the free one. So pay your way to your success and to the ladder you want to actually climb and get to in life. So thank you so much, ma.
I took that from you. Pay your way to your success. I take that home today. Thank you for blessing me.
Thank you, Reverend. I appreciate you, ma. Thank you to your beautiful assistant as well.
Thank you. Nika, she's doing a good job.
Yes, thank you also for ensuring that Reverend showed up immediately we started the live show. So So to all our viewers, to everybody who watched and joined us tonight, please say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Reverend. Thank you a million times to Reverend for being here, for blessing every one of us with this amazing, amazing nugget. And also, don't worry, go and ask us.
Send me a DM, or should I send you my number? Please don't. It's my that number is not the number you have.
Okay, please, Reverend, or
Plus
your
two three
ear
four
can
eight
type
zero.
your
You can
email
write
address. Your ear can type your email address.
it.
Okay, so that
Okay,
people
or
know.
even just text the 080232423.
Okay, so
Yes.
the Reverend, can you help us call it because people when we
Zero
call
eight
it.
zero. WhatsApp only. Please don't call. I'll reply definitely. I promise. 080 234 80232. 080 232 42389. What happened?
Okay.
They will write it down. 080 232 42389. That's a WhatsApp. I would. It's a WhatsApp number. It's my number, but I don't pick calls intentionally because I have a lot of people, so I hardly pick calls. So the number is 080 232 42389. Please.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma, once again. So, Winning Woman, I forgot to make mention of you, President. Thank you all so much, the Winning Woman, Winning Women who are here today, because this was also powered by them. We really appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma, for being a blessing to everyone. We love you, we appreciate you, and we pray that the way you have blessed us today, the Lord will bless your children, bless your grandchildren, and the wisdom bank where you're bringing all this from. We never go dry. We always be on a continuous increase, refreshed, and your oil will never go dry as well. And thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Compliments of the season.
Same to you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you.
So compliments of the season to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we believe we'll see more of you very soon.
By the
God
grace
bless
of God.
you, Ma.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful weekend. So everyone watching, thank you so much. We don't have a live show tomorrow,